Hello again, everyone. This is Game Collector, and following last week's 50th episode review, I'm, following up with Transformers Animated Cybertron Optimus Prime. Yes, he is Optimus Prime in this form. And kind of small. Well, that would be because he's a deluxe, so pardon me. And yeah, the front wheels roll, and on the bottom he has treads that do nothing, but it has little tiny rolling wheels on them. Yeah, if you don't hear me very well, that's because I have to turn my head to look at the to see what the camera is picking up. I don't exactly have the best setup. So pardon me if I'm not always clear. But right now, this is his Cybertronian mode. He's this little tiny truck thing. He has a little trailer hitch that doesn't attach to anything. And if it would, because of how this toy is made, this is what would happen if he did have a trailer. Yes, that is what would happen. I didn't even really pull that hard. There are problems with that, as you'll see after he's fully transformed in his robot mode, which I should start with right now by pulling the legs out, flipping up the feet. And, you know, just put that piece off to the side. Move whatever that was. Next, flip these in. Oh, and look, and there's his underside already, so you might want to just rotate these legs around. And then remove this top piece, and putting that off to the side as well. So, yeah. Fold what would eventually become the arms up, and these little pipe pieces, like so. Pull the giant stick out, and then you pull out like so. Fold forward some, and pull this chest, what would be the chest piece, down. And there's a peg right there, if you can see it. Yeah, there it is. And try to slide it into the abdomen. And now you can pull down the arms, which you didn't really get to see because my camera doesn't capture everything all at once. Pull down the arms, push the head in place, and then it's just a matter of getting the arms in the proper position. And if you can see the windshield being scratched, yeah, those scratches right there, he was like that when I got him. He was like that in the box. And I didn't grab another one because he was the only one they had there at the time. I'm not complaining because he's actually a pretty good toy, save for the one drawback that all of them seem to have had at the time, and that would be his really, really crappy axe. And no, it's not supposed to come apart. Sorry, I had to lean back a bit. Yeah, this thing is absolutely tiny. And the reason it's so loose is because it's supposed to rotate. You can fix that by applying some glue on here, letting it dry, and then forcing it back on, and hopefully that would help. It can also become a two-bladed axe. And then with this lid piece, which can split And I might as well just show you how to form it off stick. Plugs in there like so, and then reattaches for a big double-bladed axe, which causes the stick to go wibbly. Yes, you heard me. I said wibbly. And it also causes his arm to go wibbly. So I'm just going to remove that, take this apart completely, toss the crap axe away, and put that together. And this little side hole right here where the lid was, come on, you can plug in there. Come on, plug in. And now he has a wrist-mounted shield. Now, because there's something else that you can do, and while I technically have the figure and the accessory, I do not have the complete set, so I will never review it. You can give him the axe from the Preview 2 set, which honestly looks way better. If his arm weren't on a really loose, limp ball joint. And again, the animated figures kind of suffered from the loose ball joints at the time, so the big fix that's known to work is you take some super glue, rub it on the ball, and then attach it to the joint. If that doesn't work, rub the glue inside the socket and then put the ball in. That's if it's the unpaintable. That's if the ball is made of that crappy, stupid, unpaintable plastic. Which also means the glue does not apply to it properly. So, there's that. Now, his arms, I'm going to use the other arm because the axe takes up most of the room. As for his posability, he has a ball-jointed shoulder joint, which pretty much gives him a gigantic range of motion with his shoulders. His neck is on a ball joint, but because of the way his neck is shaped, you really can't get much use out of it aside from looking down and just glancing around lightly. The elbow is on a socket and a hinge, but that's mostly due to transformation. So he can do he does have full arm movement, which is kind of nice. The shield is on its own little joint as well, which, okay, the shield has a little ball joint peg in there, and it's also on a hinge joint, which can be folded into his arm if you don't want it sticking out. He has ball-jointed hips, giving him full free-range movement, and a hinge joint knee, and I suppose you can call it a hinged foot, I guess. And now, for the first time in a long time, and because this was the tape-heavy era of Hasbro, there is some tearing right there, but not in the part that matters. You get to read the bio again. Feel free to pause wherever you need to. Or better yet, let me adjust the camera so it becomes more easily readable. No, that doesn't make it any easier to read. Nor does that. It's been so long since I actually had one of these things to read that the camera doesn't really know how to read anymore. Ah, there we go, there we go. Sort of. Kind of. There! And, feel free to pause here if you can, get close enough to the screen to read all of that. And yeah, here are the galactic powers and abilities. 'Cause no stats for animated. None whatsoever. Yay for no stats. And with that, this has been Transformers Animated. Oh, no, I sadly didn't bring my flashlight because he does have light-piped eyes that glow blue. So I will just step away real quick to get said flashlight. And yeah, there you go. Some light-piped eyes. And with that, finally, I bid you adieu, and I will see you next week, everyone. Later.